Overall energy for the month of July is the Page of Pentacles. So this kind of wraps up what I was just saying. New beginnings in regards to finances, new beginnings on a practical level. It may be slow coming. You're a fire sign. You like to move forward quickly. But I feel like what I want to say to you is like everything's happening in divine timing. So take the steps that you're being guided to take. No matter how illogical they seem, you're being guided down that path for a reason. And I just really feel like if you can have the courage to be brave enough to listen to your intuition, it's going to produce for you. There's going to be prosperity for you. And this doesn't necessarily always have to be on a financial level. This can just be abundance in general. And there's all types of abundance, emotional abundance, financial abundance. But I just definitely feel like I want to encourage you so strongly to let you know that like your intuition is spot on. You really need to honor your emotions right now, honor your feelings, because it's leading you towards a new path. I pulled an angel advice card for you and I got fresh air. And I kind of giggled because this is something that I always tell my clients. I swear, Spirit brings this up in every single session. I swear to God. They're always telling me to tell people to get outside, away from their computers, away from cell phones, because it helps with getting a fresh perspective. You're able to get in tune with yourself, ground yourself, sit on the grass. You know, I even feel as I hold this card, like I need to tell some of you guys to get next to water and how important getting next to the ocean would be, getting next to large bodies of water, grounding yourself, meditating on the beach, anything like that. It says your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air, grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend some time outside, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. Definitely. Don't sit around on YouTube watching videos. It's very important. I mean, I even go through this sometimes when I just need a fresh perspective. I will go outside and I will meditate at a park. I really don't care what anybody thinks or, you know, if I look weird to anybody. I go outside and I ground myself. And it really does help with some divinely inspired ideas because I'm specifically getting the words writer's block. So for those of you who are writers or bloggers or somebody who is being led towards the path of writing as a career, this is going to be really good for you. Really good for you. So get outside. I also came across these adorable little angel message cards this past week by Tony Carmine Salerno. And I decided to pull one for everyone this month. And I pulled Sacred Knowledge for you. And I love this card, especially with everything that I was feeling when I was pre-doing your cards and all that and pulling them to save time. Because again, I felt like I really wanted to encourage you to trust your intuition this month, Aries, because this card says, close your eyes and focus on your breath. Feel the peace within. Beyond your thoughts lies your eternal truth, the I am presence of eternal love. You can trust what you're feeling. Everything that you have, that you need is inside of you. Everything that you need is inside of you. Everything. The wisdom of the heart is going to contain so much more than the mind will ever be able to comprehend. And I just want you to remember that. So you can trust where you're being guided this month. Very much so. And I definitely feel like I want to mention again, enough with the self-criticism. It's not necessary. And side note, for some of you guys who are being led towards what I would consider either like a teaching field or helping children or even like a spiritual teacher of some sort, go for it. Absolutely go for it. It's going to produce through you. Stop battling it. I feel like you're battling it for the sake of battling it, or battling this new beginning for the sake of battling it, when you know it's like, I feel like a relinquish of the ego is necessary this month. Like I want to say to you, like, use your ego wisely. Yeah, boom. Strength, taming that inner voice, taming that, this is the beast that's inside that's telling you every reason why you can't do something. But when you let the heart, the infinite, tame that wild beast, and you train that heart, or you train that mind to listen to that heart, it works out for you, because you can do whatever it is that you set your mind to, especially if you're manifesting from the heart, Aries. especially if you're manifesting from the heart. Use that sacred knowledge that's inside of you. Spend some time meditating. I do feel like I want to say to you as well, like, quit jumping from what would be considered one side to the other. On this hand this, on this hand that. I want to just say you can do whatever it is that you want. You just have to have the discipline to do so. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is in regards to finances. Like, the money's coming, the abundance is coming. New career, new job. This is an earth sign energy as well, but I definitely feel very strongly like this has to do with practical manners, building a strong foundation for yourself, not being scared to move out on your own or venture out onto your own or start something new. I'm seeing images of the Fool right now, where it's just, you just trust your intuition and you just go for it. You're not going to be left out in the cold. Yeah, there might be some lessons that you need to learn, or some things that I feel like from the past that may have not served you very well, but that's how we learn. That's how we learn. But I just feel like you've got this. You've got this. And I do apologize to anybody. I'm letting everyone know in the videos this month that when I get quiet, it's because I'm an empath, I'm clairaudient, and I'm clairvoyant, which means that I have the ability to absorb emotions from those who I'm reading. I also have clairaudience, which means I have clear hearing. So I'm hearing things while I'm shuffling the cards or talking to you, and I'm also seeing things. So it takes me a second to decipher. So thank you for your patience on that. Yeah, putting a rest to those anxious thoughts, giving yourself a rest. I feel I need to really tell you to go take a break. It's 4th of July weekend. Go take a break. Take a break. You know, your thoughts, what I feel like I want to say to you is, like, your thoughts aren't real. I mean, they're real, but that, you know, your thoughts create your reality. And if you're constantly living in a state of worry or in fear, how are you ever going to be able to make a decision? I feel very strongly like I want to talk to you about moving towards, like, making a decision. Like, you have all these decisions that you know that you need to make or move towards, and I want you to make a decision from love, not from fear, coming from a place of love. If you're feeling the call to serve, that's a place of love. Go for that. Go for that. If you're in a relationship or staying in a relationship out of fear, choose love. Love and fear cannot possibly live in the same place. Not at all. Commit to the practice of love, and you will win. I promise you will win. Trust your intuition. Take the lead. Yeah, you're going to win. When you choose love, miracles happen. When you have faith, miracles happen. And in regards to your spiritually based practice or what it is that you want to do for a living or wherever you're feeling like you're being called in the heart, yes, it's your truth. It's your truth. I always do this fun little exercise with my clients where I tell them to close their eyes. And I ask them, you know, where is it that you want to be? What do you want to be doing? Who do you want to be with? That's your truth. That's your truth. You can trust it. You just have to have the courage. I just feel like there's a lot of mental battle going on inside of you this month, Aries. A lot of mental battle. A lot of scattered energy. It's like you're fighting, but I want you to follow your passions. Be creative. Be artistic. Create the life that you want. Go out and get it. That's who you are. I have Aries in my chart. That's who I'm trying to become. The Queen of Wands. Somebody who follows her passions and goes for it. Just goes for it. Listens to her heart and creates. Become the magician. Become the magician. You know, surrender to the unknown a little bit. You're not going to know everything when you're on an awakening journey. You're literally always going to be shown 10 feet in front of you. I promise you that. I promise. So now that you know that already, surrender. Surrender to the unknown. You have the clarity that you need. You have the clarity that you need. It's all inside of you. Stop beating yourself up and start building your foundations. I also feel like I want to say to you, get around more like-minded people. This is going to help you. This is going to help you spark new ideas, creativity, trusting yourself more as well, trusting the path that you're being shown. Don't be afraid to ask your team for help as well. Never underestimate the power of prayer. Never underestimate the power of prayer. You're being asked to step into this leadership role for a reason. Okay, I did shorten this particular spread a little bit because I have an extra card that I'm going to be reading for you at the end. But I do feel very called to pull an Ascended Masters card for you. And I will be reading from the guidebook on that. Yep, you are seeing the situation accurately, Horus. Boom, you already know. It's inside of you. You've got that sacred knowledge. So I'm going to read from the guidebook on that for you. Okay. It says, trust your feelings about this situation because they are accurate and valid. Let go of self-doubt, even in the face of others' opinions. Your spiritual sensitivity has helped you to see the truth. Although it may be easier to go along with the crowd or shrink into apathy, you're being called upon to take decisive action now. You already know what to do. Even if other people are not supporting you, know that Spirit is. Other people will soon come around to see your point of view. In the meantime, it's time for you to assume a leadership role. Additional meanings to this card: trust your intuition and your gut feelings. Ignore critics, naysayers, and skeptics. Avoid situations or relationships that no longer feel right for you. Only do what you know is correct for you. So definitely sums up what I had just said there. I'm also going to pull 3 cards from the Mermaids, Dolphins, and Fairies deck, and I really love the practical messages on these cards. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know this. Go ahead and set your intentions while I shuffle these. They always seem to come up with the right thing that we need. Wow, okay. So the first one I have for you is time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. I even feel like I want to say just pay attention to the synchronicities. Second cards I have for you is playtime. The dolphins know the importance of playing as joy creates miracles and manifestation. Yes, kind of like this fresh air card at the beginning. Get out, get a new perspective. Take the time to listen. When we have joy in our life, it gives us the opportunity to create more joy. And the third card. Watch your thoughts. It's important to only think about what you desire, not about what you fear. I'm really not going to say too much about those cards. They're very much in tune with what's going on in the reading. So I'm going to pull an Angel Oracle Love Romance card as well by Doreen Virtue. So go ahead and set your intentions while I do this. And then I'm going to do something a little bit special towards the end here. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So this kind of comes up with, and what's under that, interesting, I feel like I want to say, is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. What I was saying when I was shuffling those other cards is I felt like I wanted to say to you, pay attention to the synchronicities. Please pay attention to the signs and all the synchronistic events that are happening around you. You're always being guided. Always. So what I want to say here is use your emotional guidance scale. If it feels good, great. That means you're in alignment. If it doesn't feel good, you're not in alignment. It's that simple. Okay, so I also wanted to, just for the month of July, I picked up a new deck by Alana Fairchild, which is the same author who does the Rumi deck that everybody seems to really love. And it's the Isis Oracle. And I really do love these cards. They're very powerful. They seem to be wrapping up everything that's going on in the reading. They take about 2 to 3 minutes to read through. So if you don't want to listen, then I would encourage you to stop the video here. But if you do, I think you'll be really happy because they just have beautiful messages. So go ahead and get yourself in a nice relaxed state, lay down, get yourself a meditation pose, whatever you need to do while I draw this card for you as an outcome. For Aries, Twin Flames, Divine Soulmates, Catalyst, July 2017. Wow, that was quick. Wow. I pulled for you the Miracle of Isis. Miraculous healing of the goddess. So I'm going to pull that and read out of the book. 106, which equals 7, divine. Okay. It says, the Lady Isis wishes to lift a load that has become too heavy for you to heal on your own, beloved. She cannot take something away from you if you are not willing to release it to her, however. Release for healing means trust, letting go of attachment to outcome and how that outcome might be achieved, and opening to the divine genius of healing that seeks to express the perfection of divine love to you now. To hand something over for healing, especially when it has been a long-term or persistent difficulty, or simply seems to be great or overwhelming to be healed, takes a radical change of mind and heart. To dare to hope without becoming attached to how or when something can happen, to surrender without forgetting, to follow your intuition and act accordingly, to trust even though you may have been disappointed or hurt in the past. All of this takes skill and courage. Yet these are the requirements for us to surrender into the great healing of divine love. Lady Isis speaks through this oracle and says to you that recovery from trauma and emotional healing is not only possible, but if you are willing, it can happen for you now. No matter the depth of grief, loss, despair, fear, or anger, love can and will absorb all of it. This oracle is also an indication that a spiritual gift or awakening of deep healing abilities at a new level are coming your way. Keep your eyes and your heart open and let go of doubt or fear about opening up to a new level of proficiency. Dedicate your work to the divine love and trust that it will flow through to you even stronger now. You are capable of great work when you trust in your own heart and wisdom and the love of the divine flowing through you with total surrender. Wow, I absolutely love that, considering this was the last card I pulled for you before I started reading all of your cards. So I just really want to encourage you this month, Aries, to breathe, let go, surrender, go with the flow. We are in heavy karmic times. Between now and November, December, your life is going to be shifted in ways that you never thought was possible. The amount of soul growth that's going to happen, you're just going to look back on it this time next year and say, wow,